right now we will just add this particular name of mine, Devyansh Ujha. Let us add this Devyansh Ujha, then subscribe, and then like video. Okay, so now just see, as you can see, the list is being created. If I double click on the Devyansh Ojha, that this is your channel, that is okay. If I click on subscribe, if you have subscribed already, that is okay. If I click on the like video, you have already liked the video, then that is okay. And if I double click on this, it has like disappeared, subscribe, disappeared, like the video, disappeared. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Devyansh on this side, and today we are going to make a small website. It's just like a small website that we will be like trying to make within 5 to 10 minutes, okay, max to max. But actually I will try to make it in 5 minutes because that is the actual mode of this video, and we will start the video for this today. And this will be a to-do list. What we'll be making our website is a to-do list. What it will actually do is that, let me show you that. So now let's begin the particular website and start it. Okay, so firstly what I have made is that I have just made this, like, just suppose I have made an index.html. As you can see here at the top, it's written index.html, and I have saved it under like a particular tab. I will just show you where I have saved it. So here you can see index.html under my any folder on my desktop. I have made a to-do folder, and under that I have made a name called index.html under my Sublime Text. If you don't have Sublime Text, you can also use Notepad or Notepad++ and save your file as .html, and whatever like file we are making further future in this particular project, you can just name that file in the same manner in which I am saving it under the same folder. Create a folder to do and keep all the files together. Now what I have to do is that firstly we will create the the actual format. So you can see I have written here the doc type HTML, and under the title I will write this as to-do list. Then I will go to the body and I will give it a header as h1 header 1 tag, and I will give it the header as to-do list. Okay, now what I will do is that I will create a button here. So how can I create a button? I can create a button here with that name as button, and I will give the button as a plus. Now why I am giving this a plus button? To add a particular text that you are writing under the particular column. Okay, so but you have seen there that there was a box, and just beside that box there was a plus. So how to make this plus inside that box or beside that box? So we will do it here is that we will add an ID also to the button. So what we will give the ID as? ID we will give it as add to do. Okay, and then we will give the input field just before the button because we want it. So we will write the input tag, and we will give the input tag type as text because we want to give there the text, and the name as name. If you want, you can give, or like whatever you want, you can just give it the name as text itself, or whatever you want you can give it, no issue with that. And then we will give the ID, and the ID we will give as input field, or whatever ID you want you can give it there, no issue with that. And then we are going to use here we will make this particular thing under a particular like division, but let it be right now as it is and move further. Now what I will do is that I have to connect a script here actually, okay, and a CSS to give it a format. But the most important thing right now is a script. So firstly let us add a JavaScript script here. So how can we add that? We will write here a script tag, and then it's of course text that one like text/JavaScript, and then we will add the source file here. So what will be the source? Let us give it as main.js. But where is our main.js? Does it actually exist? No, it doesn't exist right now. So where, how can we make that? Let's think about it. Just remove this extra, like extra arrow, closing the arrow. Now let's create a particular script tag. So this hey guys one we will create as an extra script tag. So let's save it as main.js. Okay, now what we will do is that we will create the main.js tab. So what is actually JavaScript? So JavaScript is actually adding some functionalities to it. Okay, it is trying to add some functionalities to it. So what functionality we have to add? That when we input a particular field, a particular value to the field, that becomes like showable to us, and when we click on that, that crosses, and we double click on that, that disappears. So what you have to do is that firstly create a let command, like you are writing in a C++ or Java. The variables you are creating in the same manner. Add to do button. Okay, and then you will give it as document dot get element by id. Okay, and then give it as add to do. Then create another variable let to do container. Now you would not be able to understand here that why I am creating this particular variable, why am I doing that. So you will get to know about it once we are like moving further. So don't worry about it, you will get to know why we are actually using this variable. For now you can just create these variables. That will be like a bit helpful for you. So the last will be input field variable. Input field. So document dot get element dot input field. Okay, so 3 variables we have created. Now what I will do is that add to do button dot add event listener. I'm adding a particular event listener to it, and then what I will do is that I will write here click comma, and then I will give the function here. I have to add a functionality here, so I will give the function here, and then I will give it this one, and then inside this I will start writing my particular idea. So what I'm doing is that whatever I'm going to create a paragraph one. So I'm going to create a variable paragraph equal to document dot create element para p. I have given it a name as p, and then paragraph dot class list dot add, and then I will add here the paragraph styling. Paragraph dash styling. So I'm just like giving the particular things whatever I'm required with it, and I'm also giving the styling part here in the main.js. Actually, what are these paragraph styling and all those things? These are the CSS parts that we are going to create further. Okay, so right now I'm writing it, but once I give you the CSS file, you will be understanding these things a much better way. In paragraph dot inner text equal to input field dot value. So I'm storing that particular paragraph dot inner text. Inside that I'm storing the input field dot value, whatever value you are giving to the text field, that I'm storing inside the paragraph. Then under the to do container I will append child, the paragraph. Actually the paragraph, I'm appending it here, and then input field dot value, I'm setting it as empty. Now what I'm doing is going to use that paragraph dot add event listener again. Now what I'm going to do it here. Now what I'm going to do it here. So if you have clicked, that was happening, but if you again click it, what it will do, I have told you now that if you as you would have seen that if you double click that, what will happen actually, so it will give a cross through that. So how it will give, so paragraph dot style dot text decoration equal to paragraph dot style dot text text decoration equal to line dash through line through. And in similar manner I will create another paragraph dot event listener, and then this time what I have to do is that I have to check for double click. If it's double click, I have to remove it actually. So double click, db click, dbl actually it should be, comma, function, and this time to do container dot remove. I will just remove that child, remove child paragraph actually. Okay, so this is the particular thing that we are doing, but what is actually the CSS part? You have not seen it yet. So the CSS part I will give it to you directly, and I'll just try to like make you understand a bit, but I will give it to you directly so that you can use it. So what is the CSS part actually? Let's save this particular CSS part first. So I will give the name to it as style.css, save, and then I will just paste the CSS part here. So see, firstly HTML body with 50% margin 0 auto, and then font I have given it here. Then I have made a container, and in that width 360px. To the input field I have given some styling, so that I have given it here. Then to the add to, as you would have seen, now you would be able to understand why I have made this add to do container and input field. So this add to and this, as you can see, input field and to do container are being used. To do container, input field are being used here. This input field and all those things are being used here. This to do container is being used here, and this paragraph styling and this line through, all these things are present here. You can see paragraph styling, and then this to do's are here, then this hash to do, everything is there. So this is the CSS part, and you don't have to worry. I will give you all the codes in the description. You can go and check out there and have it for yourself. Now moving on to the further things. Now let us check it. Before that, what I have to do is that I want to add to this my particular index.html. I want to add a particular division tag. So how will I add that? I will just give before this particular okay, here itself I will give it, let me just pick it up here from there, just before the script I will give it closing one, and inside this I will give the class container. Okay, and one more thing I want to do is that I want to create one more division here. So what I will do, so that the list that I'm adding or I'm appending, that is like present here under this division. So what I will do is that I will write here the class as class to Tools, I will give it as to do's, and ID I will give it as that particular to do container one. So to do container, to do container, okay, to do container, to do container. So that's it. Now what I have to do, I have to check for it. So let's go and check it. So let us check it. Just open this, try to see what is happening here. So see, as you can see here, the to-do list is ready actually. Now I'll just type here the name of channel, and if I click on this plus, okay, something is wrong. It's not working properly. Okay, so there is some issue which is wrong. Let us check it. No issue with that. Let us check what is actually wrong. So let's open that Sublime text and try to rectify our things. That why is it wrong or why is it not giving? So to-do list is perfectly okay. Okay. One most important thing. I've also not added the particular like the style CSS part here. So I have to give it as link, and this href I have to give it style.css. There was like a slight mistake that I have rectified, or you can just match with the code in the description now and just disappear. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you see in the next video soon, and do like, share and subscribe the channel for these types of amazing contents. Till then, stay tuned, be healthy, and Jai Hind. Right now we will just add this particular name of mine, Devyanshu Jha. Let us add this Devyanshu Jha, then subscribe it, and then like video. Okay, so now just see, as you can see, the list is being created. If I double click on Devyanshu Jha, that this is your channel, that is okay. If I click on subscribe, if you have subscribed already, that is okay. If I click on the like video, you have already liked the video, then that is okay. And if I double click on this, it has like disappeared, subscribe, disappeared, like the video, discuss.